Welcome everybody to look at a film from a boutique label that I've never had anything from before, and they are called Grindhouse Releasing. And yeah, the film is 1977's Death Game. So yeah, this is directed by Peter S. Trainer, who I've not seen anything else from before. I think he only did two other films after this one. And it's a psychological thriller, clocking in at 87 minutes long. Stars the likes of Sandra Locke, who was in Willard, but she's most well known for being in several films alongside Clint Eastwood, with the likes of The Outlaw Josie Wales, The Gauntlet, and Sudden Impact being my favourites. Also stars Colleen Camp, who was in the likes of Clue and Die Hard with a Vengeance. And finally, Seymour Cassel, who was in the likes of Convoy, The Royal Tenenbaums, and Dick Tracy. So, George Manning is a well to do businessman, husband, and father. While his family is away on his birthday, he invites a pair of rain soaked young women into his house to wait out an evening thunderstorm. The two girls seduce Manning and ultimately kidnap and torture him in his own home. So yeah, this is nowhere near as exploitation based or violent as I expected, which ultimately works in its favour, as not going in that direction means the psychological aspect gets to flourish to an incredibly effective level. The pacing is also on point. The freely cast are great. It is well shot. Has some really rather nicely done lighting. Kind of reminds me of the Giallo films from the 70s as well. Its predominantly singular location is well used. It is overall engrossing. The tension is palpable, and the ending is satisfyingly executed with a really rather ironic ending to it as well. So yeah, on the whole, massively impressed by this. Like I said, I was expecting one thing, and it went in an entirely different direction. Which is not to say there is no violence or anything like that. There is, which is ultimately why it's rated an 18. But it's also rated an 18 because there's plenty of nudity in this as well, which I feel like nudity gets is more likely to push a rating up than violence is nowadays, as we saw with The Hitcher behind us. That originally was an 18 rated film more than 20 years ago, but nowadays it's only rated a 15. That's because there is no nudity in it, I feel. So yeah, and violence at the end of the day is seen as less of a bad thing in films. So yeah, we get a really rather nice slipcover with this release. I'm not sure if that's new artwork or not. Uh, it does not say. Um, but then again, it doesn't say plenty of on this because there is actually another film as part of this release. I think it's called Little Miss Innocence, and yeah, it's basically the same kind of thing as this, but more on the road. I've not seen it. It doesn't look like it has the best quality of print, but it is at the end of the day another film, and that is always nice to see. They don't even mention it on the back; they just say "and other surprises," and that is definitely one of the surprises. And yeah, we get two discs, one with the future on and one with the extras. And there is reversible artwork as well. Again, not sure if this is an original artwork or not, but we do get the slipcover artwork on the other side. Yeah, nicely done. And yeah, some of the extras that we actually get are actually fairly interesting. But the first and main thing about this is it's got a new 4K restoration created from the original camera negative, and the film looks excellent. It really, really does. It doesn't look like it's aged a day, to be honest. If you didn't have the 70s decor and the 70s cars, you wouldn't really be able to see that it was from the 70s. It looks that good with this new restoration. You've also got provocative, in-depth interviews with cult movie legend Colleen Camp and director Peter Trainer, conducted by Eli Roth. You've got additional interviews with co-star Sandra Locke, producer Larry Spiegel, cinematographer slash editor David Worth, and screenwriter Michael Ronald Ross. Then you've also got audio commentaries by Colleen Camp and Eli Roth, and Larry Spiegel and David Worth. And then you've got linear notes by esteemed cinema historian David Shulchkin, and extensive still galleries, as well as that other film that I talked about as well. We also get a booklet with this release, which has a really rather quaint aspect to it in the form of chapters. I've not seen chapters in a physical release for years. Usually these were used on DVDs, but yeah, I've not really seen chapters listed in a piece of paper or booklet on a physical release for a very long time. But yeah, like I said, it's got the write-up by David Skulskin in this, Death Came Replayed. And yeah, got pictures from the film, you got shots from behind the scenes as well in there. It's always nice to see behind the scenes shots. So again, that's something we got with the Hitcher recently. And yeah, we've got an alternate, what looks more like the original poster in there as well. And yeah, shots from the film itself. Let's see what we've got. So yeah, there's Sandra Lot there, looking provocative. So yeah, overall a really really good film. Not just a good film though, but also an excellent release in terms of the physical aspects as well. Like I said, I've never bought anything from Grindhouse Releasing before. Don't think they're particularly well known over here in the UK. This is the first one I've seen from the likes of HMV, who are a retailer over here in the UK. So yeah, but I'm definitely interested to see what else they've got, if they are releasing anything else over here in the UK or they already have. Because yeah, mightily impressed by how well the 4K restoration looks, how nicely done all of the physical aspects are, and the film itself. Because obviously they've chosen it because they think it's good enough to give this release, and yeah, they have chosen well because it's a 4 out of 5 film from me. So yeah, highly recommend this film if you haven't seen it already. But if you have seen it before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.